Hey, I'm Dr. Pillay.
And I'm Carrie Pillay.
And I've been asked to explain what the difference is between those two, if you will, programs, because often a person that's been involved in a domestic incident will call on the phone and say, hey, look, I need to take an anger management class. And actually, that's not what you need to take, right, because under the present...
They show up with their order, and it's not what they're there for.
Domestic violence. And to be honest, in this state, when you've been ordered to a domestic violence class or program, it's specifically written in the state statutes that anger management is not a suitable substitute.
That's right.
So let me explain to you a little bit about what that difference is, if you will. Okay? First of all, if you understand the term anger, which is an intense emotion, those programs are designed to address and identify triggers.
Right.
Triggers are those people, topics, or situations that arouse high reactivity in a person to such an extent that they are high risk for aggressive behavior.
And they don't tend to be intimate family members.
That's right. So if you're down the street at a bar, or if you're at a picnic, or you're at Mardi Gras, or some other festive event, and you get involved with someone, and now this hostility and aggression develops to such a point that the police are called, you're arrested, you're charged with battery, that's anger management, and those programs are designed to teach you those processes by which slow down, understand the dynamics of what's occurring, bring yourself to the present moment, look towards enhanced problem solving, which is how do I solve the problem? Okay, let's quit arguing about it, who caused it, etc.
Or should I get away from this person?
That's right. And so I'm going to diffuse this by slowing things down and get away from reactivity. Okay? Domestic violence, on the other hand, by nature is involving relationships that are long term. These are emotionally intimate relationships that have a lifestyle choice by which we share space. So when you're in an emotionally intimate relationship that you live with someone, that's a lifestyle. You go to bed with them at night, you wake up with them in the morning, you've got kids, you share space. See, and this isn't the same type of triggers that occur with a random event that's by somebody that you met down in Ybor City while you were partying on a Friday night.
That's right.
So the program is quite different, because now in the domestic violence program, we are working towards those patterns of living together that enhance communications, that inspire a person to be more disclosing, to be more feelings oriented. And in that, if you will, we work towards developing lifestyle choices that bring down those pressures.
That's right.
Even though you may be highly stressed and there may be a lot of things going on with children and bills and unemployment and gas prices and commuting, and you can only imagine. But remember, this isn't a random person. This is a person that you live with. So the programs are designed towards helping you identify those small, if you will, but important factors that help diminish or reduce the amount of hostility. And if you will, we talk about some of these in our program here, in our radio show. We talk about stop scorecarding. Right. Stop bringing up the list of things to remind you of all of the failures that you've had in the past. Remember, you can't do that to a stranger when you're downtown at a parade because you don't know the person.
Right, and it's for the purpose of guilting or shaming the other person.
Domestic violence, we see that pattern of interaction, that idea about scorecarding, which, of course, is for the purpose of developing, if you will, guilt or shame by, if you will, beating the person down emotionally to submission. Also, remember, domestic violence, you live with this person. You share space with this person. It's not the same as someone that's in and out of your life. So, therefore, these programs have to do with much more in-depth problem solving that has to do with the relationship dynamics. And by its nature, we're going to discuss communication styles, active listening, if you will, keeping the children out of the middle, what to do when highly volatile situations come about, which sometimes are anger-oriented. I said before, topic, person, situation. And then what to do when you find yourself getting close to that point that you may lose it. And now we call that a timeout.
Right.
And a timeout in an intimate relationship is you remove yourself from the situation, you go for a walk. Understand, though, timeouts do work for anger management, but if you take a timeout because you're in a singular event with a stranger, you probably won't see that person again.
That's right.
However, in a domestic relationship, you're going to come home and that person's still living there.
Right.
So, if you will, understand that domestic violence programs are designed towards intimate relationships that are family members, and because the lifestyle includes that person in your life as a choice, as a collaborative lifestyle choice, those programs have to do with enhanced aspects to reduce the stress and enhance some other problem solving that is not present in an anger management program.
That's right.
Okay? I hope that clarifies a little bit of this, helps you to some extent to understand what that difference is. Again, I'm Dr. Pillay.
And I'm Kara Pillay.
And thank you for this moment. Have a good night.